Tonight's reality check investigating the sexual assault of a special needs woman in downtown Mobile and the system that failed to protect her.
Last night we showed you this video we obtained of the moments this mentally disabled woman wanders outside. She's viciously attacked minutes later. Well, tonight NBC 15's Angia Ramey investigates why her caretakers are nowhere to be found and the apparent 3-hour gap in supervision the morning of her rape.
Cold and alone in her pajamas with just one sock. This 25-year-old who has the mental capacity of a toddler inches her way out the door and into the streets of downtown Mobile. Minutes later, she's raped and sodomized, police say, by this homeless man, Cecil Jackson. Courtney's dad believes this is her attacker, sitting right there on the steps, feet away from Courtney as she walks out.
She's been almost nonverbal since the assault. She suffers from really bad bouts of PTSD.
It's Mardi Gras 2017. Courtney's caretakers have rented rooms downtown and taken her and other residents of Courtney's group home, Agape House, supposedly to enjoy the revelry. Courtney requires round-the-clock care, and your tax dollars pay for someone to be with her at all times.
What we know is that they were paid to care 24 hours a day for these people, and they weren't.
Hotel surveillance video NBC 15 News obtained shows Courtney walking out of her hotel room at 4:45 a.m. She catches a ride on the elevator with guests checking out and steps into the lobby 10 minutes later. One guest tries to communicate with her, but Courtney can't write. For 38 minutes, Courtney roams the lobby in her pajamas. Another guest at one point stops Courtney from following him outside. But at 5:33, Courtney walks out. The hotel is named in a civil lawsuit filed by Courtney's parents, who claim the front desk worker did nothing to protect an obviously incapacitated woman and failed to notify the authorities. The hotel says it doesn't comment on ongoing litigation.
Where is the caretaker? Where's she at?
Well, that's certainly a great question because we don't know.
Records show Allison Anderson is scheduled to be by Courtney's side. Her Facebook account shows posts about all the Fat Tuesday fun, while Courtney is in the lobby. Allison's account shows posts at 5:27 and again at 5:32, the minute before Courtney walks out. Allison's also named in the lawsuit. Courtney's parents claim she's negligent for abandoning their daughter.
Is Allison Anderson home?
No.
We reached out to Allison in person and on the phone. She hasn't called back.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
Yes, I'm downtown at the Coastal Bay.
Mobile County 911 confirms there were 3 calls for help that morning. None of them are from Courtney's caretakers. The first call is at 6:01 from a cleaning woman at a bank, reporting a naked woman near Bienville Square.
I just want you to get some help.
At 6:23, a second concerned citizen calls, reporting a woman with no clothes on near the park.
I wonder if y'all can send a policeman over there to check on her.
It's not until 8:08 a.m., 3 hours and 23 minutes after Courtney walks out of her hotel room, that someone from the hotel calls 911. Again, it's not one of her caretakers who calls. It's a worker at Candlewood Suites.
They have had a young lady who's handicapped, so they can't find her.
Struggling to give basic information, the worker hands the phone over to a caretaker, not the one assigned to Courtney.
Hold on one second, she's coming around.
But the caretaker keeps putting the 911 operator on hold to talk to her boss.
I did already. They called 911.
That's the caretaker having a sidebar conversation with her boss, informing her the hotel has called 911. She continues to put the operator on hold.
The person that's missing, what is her name? Ma'am.
Okay.
The person that's missing, what is her name?
Her name is Courtney.
By this point, records show an ambulance has already taken Courtney to the hospital, where nurses are treating their Jane Doe patient and collecting evidence for a rape kit. We should note NBC 15's policy is not to identify sexual assault victims. In this case, Courtney's parents say they want the public to know what happened to their daughter. There's much more to the story and many more questions we have. We've pointed out that your tax dollars were supposed to be going toward Courtney's care. We're going to follow that money trail as we continue our investigation into how the system catastrophically failed to protect Courtney. Andrea Ramey, NBC 15 News.
Now, last night in our story about this case, we showed pictures of Tisha Chastain celebrating Mardi Gras with her family and friends. Tisha is the daughter of the group home owners.
And we want to note that Tisha did not work at the group home, nor is she named as a defendant in this case.